when it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes,
No, for some reason last week, bro, I had Nick Bosa playing the left.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No sir, bit dog. We ain't gonna start off like this.
We go tonight. 120.
Now how we gonna start off this?
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Not right now. That's crazy, dog. And I'm thinking he'll be getting the fuck off sitting next to fucking DeForest Buckner on foul. I mean on X-Men, he will not do nothing over there. Shit, tapping my shit. Like, no cap, but he ain't coming
all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
I need you back there this game before us. Fuck it, I'm just gonna move a nigga like this, man.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Big series right here. We gotta step it down.
Here's gone. And that's gonna be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive.
You got two, you got three.
Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, gone. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let me find out if a nigga don't want to give you that motherfucking ball.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Switch. Watch the safety creep. Underfoot.
21. Here we go.
Switch. He's coming. Double up.
11.
Let's do it.
The former Boilermaker.
Hey, Donald, boy, you did what you did.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
He ain't even supposed to be out there right now, bro. He know it, too.
That's track.
Let's go, though. That track speed. Some of that track speed, boy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21. Go ahead.
On first down, it's Armstrong. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And when I got the team, what was crazy, bro? What was crazy, my nigga?
The last run good for 2. Like here's second and 8.
One of them was a bye week. Fucking my offensive lineman was a star. New season.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you've got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go, here we go.
This is Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
What's wrong? Go put some on that booty. Go put some on that booty. See?
Now Mostert. He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him, because he's disrupting everything.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Check 59.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down.
Oh, great play, boy.
Coverage there.
Boy,
it's knocked
Peter,
away, incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes he just can't. He just knows where the ball is. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
You ain't Sherm, dog. He almost handled y'all, nigga. Tighten up, big G.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
Just time to do this thing.
Pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Crazy, bro. They ain't even put no defense. But the bitch that went away. Screen just blanked out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 58. Zoo. I got you. Mike, check. 59. Go ahead.
To throw is Garoppolo. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Now he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The deep in route. Nigga was on the fly.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Yeah.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the toss with Henderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
20. We're good. We're good.
Throwing on 3rd. Draw. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
I mean,
the better route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And with that X factor shit, dog, it shouldn't be 1 game, bro. It should give you at least 2 games to make that. Especially with that DB, that shit be crazy sometimes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. The battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Yes, Lord.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Looking for Woods that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the 39, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
You know what he wants.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
See what they cranking at me, had a boogie. Okay. In the bag,
don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Okay,
a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Goff now looks to throw. That one taken in by the former Bruin, Jordan Lasley. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Like 20. Let's go, D. Let's go. Back.
Goff on 1st down. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And now
go, Sherman, with a pick, nigga. Let's go, Sherman, dog.
Score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be Come on, say it for me.
And when I got this team with you, I resigned Sherm Dog for 3 bills.
You gotta have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had, being that player.
I just never like 90 yarders, 70 yarders, somewhere.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Man, Sherm Dog. And I resigned him too, and he was getting old. I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna put Sherm at safety somewhere. Man, listen, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six.
And I said, man, Sherman is a smart nigga, man. He always been smart. He ain't always been no physical monster. He been smarter than niggas.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Come on, big boy P&C jumped in, Sherm Dog.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
You know how it. Now, just as you heard the mouth, you know that my June bit. That my June bit. You heard him, bitch.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, with the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
12, fellas. Here we go. 1, Omaha. Spin. Exit.
No.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check, 59.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller is just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Big stop, G. Big
The final shot before break here. Goff. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Henderson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
White 20.
Here we go. Double time.
3 down. We're good.
16. Alert, 16. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
65.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Switch, switch, switch.
Watch the safety creep. Under crush. Lock. Lock. Lock.
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 180. 6.
Let's go, D. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the backer.
On third down, it's Armstrong. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. 180.
59. Check, 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 check. Shit. Watch the shit.
There's Mostert. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21. Here we go.
Mike 59.
21.
Now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80!
Watch the slant, watch the slant. 25, check 25, check 25. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day, dog.
Now Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
White. Hey, Charlie.
In your face.
On first down, Garoppolo. It's caught. Smith. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Back now in Los Angeles, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gould now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And that one taken in by Lashley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Value three.
From the red zone now, Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Henderson, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Goff, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hey, I'm talking, I ain't even know it. But I said I parked last night too now. I parked last night too before I got off. I like a nigga ain't come to my table. Like,
set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a big game.
Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
White.
Alert 3.
Hey, gun.
Hey, watch the edge.
They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right.
Hey,
momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Over here,
the big since Breeder got hurt. Kick it away.
Huge since Breeder got hurt.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Indeed.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Hey, echo. Check it out.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
21. Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
11. 13. Go.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks. Between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eric Armstead, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Chopper.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 180!
59, Mike to 59. You can't block me.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get your reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Check, check, check. Switch, switch. Joker, 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 joker.
Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Check 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Let's go.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Who, Measles? And he got that punishing
The
all
LA
that.
offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First down, 49ers.
Mike, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Come on,
Black, black, black! Hey, Alpha!
Check, check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike, check, 59, 59.
Nick!
59, Mike.
Hey! Wahoo!
59. Let's go, let's go!
Garoppolo now. And the pressure gets to him again. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Beating the shit out of this baby, man. So sorry. I'm 48. I'm 48-21.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
I'm finna eat this shit, Boogie, you know what I'm saying?
This quarterback
I don't know how you fit in that
just 2
table,
out of 6
but then
since
I'm gonna go
coming
ahead
on,
and
but he's got a
you know.
1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Looking here for Smith down, and now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right.